Then why wasn't the bottle cleaned up? Why did we find it still there, spilled on the floor after the shoot?
After we was leaving, after I left, other people was coming in. When we was leaving.
But you don't remember what
they looked.
But you bought the bottle of beer.
It's one of my favorite scenes.
At 12:15.
Had me scared.
Yeah, it was 12:15. Exactly. If I'm not mistaken, it was 12.
Now you see something? Now you see now. You done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
One of my favorite joints. That's one of my favorite joints.
I see what I'm saying.
That's one of my favorite joints, man. I'm excited for this, man. I don't know how y'all don't realize how excited I am. So let's go from the beginning because I need Carl. I need y'all to see this scene. Check this out.
In the morning, wake up 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 in the morning, the swag in the morning, the swag in the morning.
Say with amazing grace.
It's us in the morning with the swag in the morning.
Say with amazing grace.
The swag in the morning, swag in the morning.
Swag in the morning time.
I want y'all to see this.
Yes, sir.
Good drink.
Yes, sir. Is you moonshine crazy? All flavor spooking around here. You trying to join the chump wagon? Carry your ass home for the chump you up.
About 2 weeks to first rain. But they should wait, so Stokes don't get no word of it. We gonna have us some land. Yeah, boy.
Love it. Listen, everybody, y'all don't know who I'm talking about, right? This dude called Mr. Gilliard was born in the Chi-Town, y'all. You understand? This is an actor, director, producer. He has this intense acting class. I'm hoping to save up some money, and I want to be a part of that. This guy was on the radio news broadcaster, and then he went on. That was in Detroit, right? Then he slid over to LA, which you got to be in LA, right? This guy did films. He did a bunch of plays. The Lost Shepherd. Look, man, I can go on for days. Now, I don't want to read all this. One Woman's Courage, Dazzle, Sin of the Mind. He was on Martin, Rock, Coach Carter. Man, God, there's so much stuff. Family Reunion. Lord have mercy. This guy bio is off the chain, man. Preacher's Son, The Choir Director, Between Us, all these movies, man. If you go and you do a Wikipedia on him, you're gonna have to fill up your whole page, man. I'm telling you, this guy. Look, man, TV stuff, Tales of the Crypts. Man, and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Family Matters, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, LA Firefighters, and the list goes on. In case you don't know who I'm talking about my brother with the bald head like me, Mr. Carl Gilliard. Let's bring him up. He comes in first. He's coming in first.
Where you at? Wait, is he here yet?
In case you don't know, the brother with the bald head. I'm going to bring in the little brother in first. I got to bring the little brother in first. Welcome, Carl. The stage is yours. And we got to know what this next introduction, right? I just want it to be lots of quietness, right? Just quiet. Shh. I'm going to flow with this. I don't know if you want to let me say his whole honorable name, but it's Bill Dukes, right? But it's William Henry Duke Jr. Born. He's the godfather of black cinema. I'm gonna skip past all this other stuff. He's the godfather of African American cinema. They gotta make it politically correct, right? He's born in New York, y'all. What is it? Poughkeepsie. I'm bad with. I went to Eastside High School. Lean on Me with Joe Clark. I wasn't good at this. My wife normally does this. What is it called?
Poughkeepsie.
Whatever. He got so many film festivals awards that his name, it should be Bill Duke Film Festivals with all the festivals. That's what I'm talking about. Now, y'all remember, this is one of my favorite movies he was in. Brother Akbar. I don't know what was his problem in Car Wash, but I watch it all the time, man. And it's like, Brother Abdul Muhammad Akbar, Bismillah Rahman. Yeah, I know all that. And then he was in Commando with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I was kind of mad, right? Arnold had to put him out there. He had the big Cadillac with the blue Cadillac. He was just the man. Then he was in Menace Society. If you saw that clip where he sat the gun down, who does that? Put a gun in front of somebody to intimidate. I would have said, I would have, that's word snitching would have been out the window then. He got so many movies under his belt, man. Black Lightning. His debut as a director is The Killing Floor. There's so many to name, but I want him. This is why I give them the stage. You know what I mean? I give them the stage, man. He has some things with Deep Cover, Sister Act. Just to name a few things that he has done. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who the hell I'm talking about the impeccable, the amazing, the incredible Mr. Bill D.U.K.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, he took his hat off, Carl. He's down.
I'm the third guy with the bald head.
The bald head.
Bald head, come on.
The bald head. What it is, y'all don't know. We're about to be
shiny. Is it shiny enough? Can you get the glisten?
I got you. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good, Mr. Duke. We on point with that. Let me get me wired up. My wife is gonna be mad because I shoved her out of this interview because she would have took over. She would have took over. Just like she always taking over. Welcome, man. Welcome to the Swag is Yours podcast. The stage is yours. I'm excited about this interview. And if we go over the time, that's fine. But if we don't, that's fine. Either way, I'm in the presence of greatness. And so, Carl, we're going to go to you since you're the little brother. Well, I'm actually technically the little brother, but you're the next little brother to the elder in the room. So what truly got you into doing what you're doing as an actor? Let's start with the acting side. Hey, you know what? You don't have to answer the question. You got to be like that. You can be like that lady on what's her name, Pam Bondi. You don't got to answer no question. You can just point at Mr. Duke. Just point over here. Yeah. No, I don't want to. I don't want to answer this question. I don't want to answer this question, Brother Mystery. Ask him the question. You know what I mean? So, what really got you into acting, family member? What got you? Really?
I don't
you
really
acting
know.
The fool in your house?
I don't really know. I mean, I was a kid, I loved to watch television. I was like a little boy, 6, 7 years old. I'd go to the movie theaters and sit there all day long watching the same movie in a trance. I just always loved movies, loved reading about movies in the newspaper. I couldn't even read, but I'd get a newspaper and go to the ads where the movies were and look at the ads. That's the kind of kid I was. I was a total nerd. I remember as a little boy, I was like second grade or first grade. And, the teachers would say, you want to come up and talk about something. And I would go up to the front of the class and talk about the movie I saw. I would go from the beginning credits to the very end and bore the heck out of my classmates talking about the movie that I just saw. Bottom line is I just have always loved film. And, when I got older and some things happened, I thought it was really quite serendipitous. I saw a movie called Cooley High. I saw Glenn Turman, and I just saw myself. And that was the first time I thought, maybe this may happen for me. Then some years later, started doing theater, and there it was. Moved to L.A., met Mr. Duke around 1993, who was a huge catalyst in my career. And because I met Bill probably when I was not just starting, but I was pretty new when I met him. Maybe 2-3 years in. Yeah. So I mean, that's really
Mr.
the
Duke.
condensed.
Hey, Mr. Duke, let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
What motivated you to just start directing? Now, all the acting stuff, we can get to that as we go, but what made you transition from being in the state and as the actor on one side to getting in front of the camera, being behind the camera, and started directing your own film? What motivated you to that? How did we arrive to that?
Well, I actually started off as a director in theater in college and in late in high school, and I really enjoyed it because you have more control of things as a director. You help shape the script, you help shape character arcs and story arcs and the rest of it, and so you really have more influence as a director. So in high school, I directed plays. And then I very fortunately got into the American Film Institute. And at that time, Tony Vellani was heading the American Film Institute, and he was a master in terms of directing. He really, really taught about it's not just having a camera in front of you, but one, what are you saying? Why are you saying it? What is the impact that you want it to have? What does it have to do with
Yes.
you? Also, what is the beginning, middle, and end of a character? What is the beginning, middle, and end of a story arc? And so he was a very detailed person, and he really created in me something that I'm, grateful for until this day now.
Wow. Little brother Carl.
Yeah, every time Bill over this,
From the
we've been promoting
stage.
this. Can I say this? So, we're doing this boot camp, as I know you're going to get to.
Yes, sir.
And
Say what you
doing
want.
these interviews, and every time we do one of these interviews, I learn something new. And I thought I knew everything about this man. I don't. I don't. But go on. I'm sorry. That's a question.
No, that's something amazing to learn something new, because the wealth of wisdom that you can see in Bill Duke, Mr. Duke, that it's unlimited. So I love that. I love to learn. Like, I always was taught, like, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. So I'm a continuous person that love to learn. So to know something different about him, man, is amazing, man.
Yeah.
And I believe everybody's gonna empty out. Everybody's gonna empty out. And I believe that's what's happening right now. In his latter years, he's gonna empty out. He's gonna share. That's what this boot camp is about, which we're gonna get to. But Carl, you went from stage plays, multiple stage plays. Even Mr. Duke went through stage plays. I'm gonna ask you, and then I'm gonna ask him as well. Little brothers go first.
Thank you.
Which one you feel the most challenging? Acting on a stage or acting behind the camera in a feature or something?
I probably stage, but I need to get back on stage. I was just telling someone that today. I think the stage is where you really learn to act. It's when you become an actor.
Right.
I won't say anybody can do film and television, but pretty much, most people can do on some level film and television, as long as they can just be comfortable in front of the camera and do it. But anybody can't do theater. Anybody can't do theater. So I'm a theater actor. That's how I started, but it's been quite a some time since I've really been on stage, and I need to get back on there to really sharpen the craft in me. So you asked me, So I would say it's harder, but I also think that
so you think getting back on stage is better?
Oh yeah, because if you can do that, you can do anything.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, that's my thought.
Mr. Duke, your question, same question. Which one do you like the best? Like, which one you feel is this a piece of cake? I know all of them probably a piece of cake to you, sir, but which one do you feel that's just more challenging? Is there one more challenging than the other?
Well, stage, as Carl was saying, is the most challenging because you're in front of your audience, and you don't get a second or third take like you do in film. You get one take, and they will let you know whether or not, you don't get no cuts and, close-ups and over the shoulders and wide shot. No, your butt's on the
No cuts,
stage,
right?
and they will let you know how they feel about your performance. So you got to become prepared.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, I love stage,
Yeah.
because that's where I learned everything about acting and directing on stage.
Yeah. I got in a stage play and I was bad at reading the script. And so what happened is the director told me, because in rehearsal or in an audition, I sort of, that's why I like stage play. I sort of found out what the director what point he wanted me to get, the beats, you know what I mean? And, and all of those things, right? So I had to find a rhythm into it, like coming from being into music. And so when I got into the play, I knew the story, and this was probably the creativity in me where I said, let me take some acting classes. So I went to this guy and he said, I'm going to teach you improv. Like I thought improv was just, freestyling in the hip hop world. Right. And so I went and I learned improv. So when I got the guy's script and I just learned his whole story, I started improving. And so he's, hey, it was a church place. Hey, no, we need to get to the Jesus. We need to get from here to there. And and then everybody, the cast members that was there was like, yo, you just gotta have me crying, because I felt the story in my heart, and I was able to bring the director's story to life by realness. And I always thought that was something. And then that's why I want to get to this intense acting class amazing thing that you're doing, Mr. Carl. Let's talk about that. These intense acting classes. What is it? What are you teaching in these classes? If you want to just make it in your classes, we're gonna get to the big brothers boot camp.
I'm teaching them everything Bill taught me.
Hey Bill, if you want me to be the manager, I can get you some royalties on this, man.
No, I mean seriously. Okay, that is true to a certain point. But here's the thing. I help my actors find themselves. I help them to connect to their own humanity and apply that to a fictitious script. So when they perform a script, or when they do a scene, they're emitting their own true emotions, their own true senses, everything that's human in them.
Right.
They bring that to a fictitious script. And I often tell people all the time, they'll say, oh, actors are, the biggest liars ever. I said, no. Actors are truth tellers.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
We keep up with and hold on to at our fingertips things that people go to therapy to forget. So I tell all my actors, if you've been to therapy to forget, I want you to bring it back.
Yeah.
We make all the big bucks because we are paid to bring everything, our experiences, to the screen, to a script, to emit humanity in a way that the audience can grow and learn from and connect to. So therefore, for them to tell the truth and on camera, on stage, they have to tell their own truth to themselves, about themselves, even things they don't like.
I like that.
Yeah. So, and I learned that from Mr. Duke. But I just do it my way, but it's basically what he taught me.
That's okay. There's some recipes. Like, it's just like cooking. There's some recipes. My wife showed me how to do some stuff. My grandma showed me. But I don't like cooking with accent. My wife cooked, with accent. I don't like it. So I can cook the same thing she cooked, but I'm gonna add my own flavor to it.
Exactly.
Little adobo, little sazon. Like I just add my Spanish or Caribbean vibe to it. The same dish she's cooking, I just add my own flavor, and that's the amazing thing about the gift that God has given us.
Well,
Without
there's also
repentance.
so many great teachers that that preceded us both. Stanislavski and Stella Adler and oh gosh, Meisner, and so many people, and everybody kind of creates their own thing, and kind of synthesizes it, mixes it up as you kind of alluded to, and then dispenses it. And then actors, when they get their footing, they really create their own kind of method to do the work. That's a condensation of what they've learned and what works for them. Because the same thing didn't work for everybody. Lee Strasberg, that's what couldn't.
Right. I think I like what you said is that I teach actors to be themselves, to act, to be more themselves, and how to transfer that energy into the story that you're presenting them, or whoever brings them a story. So I definitely can relate to that. Mr. Duke, let me just toggle over to you. Is that the way to just toggle? I'm gonna jump through the screen over to you.
Okay.
I just want to touch the anointing.
Okay.
All right. So let me ask you something. How do you prepare yourself? We're going to get into the boot camp in a few minutes. I know Lynn texted me, hey, let's get into the look. How do you prepare yourself for a role? Let's just take, for example, Predator. When you was trying to, that mentality, man, because you was in there, I'm going to bleed you. I'm going to bleed this. I'm going to bleed. Because you was a sinister look on all your roles, was like scary and just kind of like, don't mess with Mr. Duke. It was like, I'm gonna bleed him. Where are you? I can smell you. You there? It's gonna be me and you. You talking to the Predator. You already know he done snatched up all your folks. All your crew, all the army guys is gone. It's just you. It's just us. And got rid of the wild guy. You the only one left to my. I just want to bleed. I gotta get some hand claps for me. I'm in boot camp right now. So, Mr. Duke, how do you prepare yourself for those type of roles, man? What's your mindset? Do you lay on the floor? Do you do some exercising? Like, how do you prepare for those roles, man? Come on, big brother. Share. You're already hearing North Carl most of the stuff. I'm trying to get something out of this on this interview.
Well, acting, the word acting, it's a misnomer. It should not be used because it really, acting implies that you're pretending. And a lot of things today, there are a lot of things that, are making money, but they're not, in my opinion, necessarily true actors. Old school acting dealt with the fact that you learn the lines, but the lines are not what you do, because the writer wrote the lines and you rehearse the lines, you memorize them. But after you memorize the lines, you have to become that character. And the way you become the character truly is to fall into darkness backward.
Whoa,
You have no
okay.
idea. You have no idea what you're going to come up with, because it's not your intellect. It is something within you that you must trust. You must trust it. And like Carl, Carl doesn't act. Carl becomes those roles and always has. And it takes courage to do that. It's easy just to say the lines, but to become that human being that is described by the writer takes courage, because you do not necessarily know what you're going to do.
Okay. As y'all see this pen, I'm gonna have to get you guys to come back because 30 minutes was unfair. I know you got other stuff to do, but that is like I'm gonna get on these guys. I'm gonna get on Len and Richard. Just give me a little 30 minutes, man. Don't give me no 30 minutes. I can't even write that fast, man. I told y'all I went to Eastside High School with Mr. Clark, Fair Eastside. I was.
Were you there when he was there?
Yeah, I really was there. Me and my wife, we went to that school
when he was there.
When he was there, we went 4 years with Clark. He came and kicked my brothers in them. Well, he actually, the 300 on the stage was a little dramatized. You know how it is, guys. Got to dramatize it, make Morgan Freeman look like he's the big bad wolf. But Mr. Clark never brought us on no stage. Take a look at these people. These 300 people, these hoodlums and thugs. Take a look at him because this is the last time you'll see them in our school. And he kicked everybody out on the stage. What he did was, Thomas McIntyre, come to the office. Antonio Green, come to the office. He was doing it. He was like, Lord have mercy. What happened? You have 21 days you miss. Bye. That's how he did it. Like he called you on a loudspeaker. Thomas McIntyre, the other one. Antonio Green, the one from the one from that projects. Mustafa, the one he call you out because he know your name. Come to my office. You're at 21 days. That's how he embarrass you. So when you went there, bye. And my wife, she was one of Mr. Clark's favorite. And we had the pleasure to do a NPR interview for him to honor him when he passed away. So that was a great thing because he really taught me that if you want to be a rapper, a poet, or an actor, go to English. And it was simple. He wasn't humiliating us. He was being right for what he said. Become who you are in the core. When people say you're not going to amount up to anything, he always said, we will. And when he passed away, I realized that Mr. Clark really taught me the values of life by kicking me out. So I was really, really touched by that. I'm super motivated by this interview. So let's quickly get into this boot camp thing, Mr. Duke. What is that about? And let's talk a little bit about that before we get you on to your whatever you have after this, because we can stay all day, but I got other interviews after you guys, but y'all can take your time if y'all want.
Okay. Hey, Carl, you go first and I'll go.
All right, okay. Go ahead, Mr. Carl.
So,
talk to us, baby.
So Mr. Duke's boot camp is a creation of Mr. Duke. It's uniquely him. And I myself was a student in the boot camp in 1997 with a lot of illustrious artists who are now very famous. And they weren't very famous when he took the class, when we took the class. But essentially, I call it a bait and switch. So when I'm going to the Bill Duke Actors Boot Camp in 1997 thinking, I'm an actor and I'm going to get a chance to, do scenes in front of Mr. Duke and he's going to put me in one of his movies. That didn't happen. What really happened, though, is that Mr. Duke, he exposed us to a different way of thinking about the industry and about the business. Build your own tribe, write your own projects, produce your own projects.
Wow.
He would bring guests in and they would share their stories. Many great people, everybody from Stan Lathan to John Singleton, even Denzel Washington came to a class. So, it's a hodgepodge of new technology and how we can use those technologies to become better business people in the industry. So that's why it's called the boot camp. And you do scenes as well. And Mr. Duke is an expert director and redirector in these scenes. So you're getting this amazing critique of your work that forces you to dig really deeply into your own humanity to understand exactly why you're there and what you're doing, and to become, as Mr. Duke mentioned earlier, the character you play and not act. So it's a lot of things going on, but it's a lot of fun, and it really changed my life. When I left the boot camp in '97, I became a producer. And I say now, even though I'm an actor, I am a producer who acts. That's what I am. I'm no longer an actor. Yeah.
Clap it up to that, man. Oh, my. I had to clap that up for you. You got in this boot camp and on the panel, you got Terry J. Vaughn. I love her. She got the nice, pretty dimples. I love my sister. You got Eric Hamilton, and you got the Chocolate Thunder with the bald head, Mr. CG. I'm giving names out. Carl Gilliard. You got to get all that in it. And you got my brother Len the Gipper in there. Len Gibson is in it. And who else is? I got to get this out of there. Wayne Overstreet. Know him. I saw him before. So you got these people, amazing gifts on this panel. Mr. DUKE. What is this about? What got you to want to do a boot camp? Was it commando? I'm gonna bleed you. I'm gonna bleed you. I'm gonna bleed you. I'm gonna mix all your characters. I'm gonna bleed you. We about to get.
I'm gonna watch that movie tonight. I'm gonna watch that tonight.
We got. Come on down here. I see you. I can smell you.
Well, the reason, I was very fortunate to have a mentor in at the Negro Ensemble company called Lloyd Richards, and he was one of the first Black directors on Broadway, and I learned that from him it's important to give back, and because ego, EGO, stands for edging God out.
Whew. Say that. Would you say that again? I gotta write. You're moving too fast. I ain't writing too. Ego, edging.
EGO means edging God out.
Okay.
And once you stop edging God out, something happens to you. Your humility, your compassion grows. And so, in our boot camp, we're going to teach acting and those kinds of things, but we also want to deal with the paradigm shift in our industry, which has gone from just film and television to media. And, AI, robotics, chat GPT, it's a whole other world now. And we, particularly as minorities, have to have to keep up.
Yeah.
We're falling behind because we're still in the old paradigm to a great extent. And then, so we teach that. And then we talk about the fact that no matter how much easier it is to have your own network, et cetera, to please don't forget that the quality of what you do is important also.
Yeah.
As I said before, what is a story arc, beginning, middle, and end? What is a character arc, beginning, middle, and end? And what are you saying with the project? How does it impact your emotions? And of course, it has to deal with business. You got to make the investor their money back. But at the same time, what nuggets can you put in there that really, really, really speak of your soul and your heart? So I celebrate, a lot of AI and robotics. I just saw on YouTube where this actress, which is a robot, just got an agent. So, that's the good news and the bad news.
I think something.
So it's going to be interesting to see how things go. But we have to be attentive to, in my opinion, and as Carl points out also, we have to get into understanding how we can use these tools to our benefit, to our legacy. It's, there are the three realities: funding, distribution, and marketing. Funding, distribution, and marketing. And so one of the things, Carl, I want to do in the boot camp is talk about funding, distribution, and marketing, and this paradigm shift, and how can we use it to our benefit.
I love it. I love it. This Actors Boot Camp is going down October the 17th through the 18th. I believe that is from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. I believe the registration might be full, but if not, go to PVIFFATL.com and register for this, man. Every year I tell Lynn I'm gonna come, but then last year I went and I had to be a part of Charlemagne the God Mental Health and Wellness Expo. This year, my brother and his wife is having they do an annual Catch the Promise with breast cancer awareness event because my sister-in-law is a breast cancer survivor. And so my brother, who I'm proud to say he's one of the original members of Blackstreet. He's the voice behind Michael Jackson's Joy. And he put together this with his wife, and they do this to raise money. So I got to be there this year. I was hoping that they put it in November, but November ain't breast cancer awareness. No, I actually thought this was going to be in November. But
usually the festival is in November. Usually it is. It's early this year.
So that's why I was like, I'm going this year. And I was telling Rich, I'm going this way. Yeah, he said, yeah, this is October. I said, whoa, God, hold on, man. What, Lynn? Are you purposely trying to get me to not be in the boot camp? What are you doing, man? You're supposed to be my friend. My brother is the one that won't do no breakfast with him. He know who I'm talking about. But listen, you guys said enough, man. There's not enough time that I can sit down there and get what I need to get from you. As a youngster, I'm actually be 56 October the 31st is my birthday. Clap it up for me, my birthday. Clap it up, clap it up. Yeah. I'm giving myself flowers. But I am a sponge, I am clay, and I'm a pen. And those objects I've learned right now to become all three of those objects right now while I'm doing this interview. Why? I'm a sponge. I can take in what's going to benefit me. What's not, I can squeeze it out so I don't have an overload. I'm a clay because you're able to mold me, shape me the way Mr. Duke shaped Carl and way he's going to share and give back. Because if you don't go to the grave empty, you have not completed the task of God. And so I am also the pen. I can write my own stories, my own script, my own book by listening, by being the clay and being a sponge to my big brothers. I am so honored to be sitting down there speaking to you guys. I'm really, really delighted. So I'm going to give you the stage. Y'all can say what you want, do what you want. Act like this is your birthday. If you want me to give you a cake, I can give you a cake. And I can ship it to you in LA, wherever you guys at. But the stage is yours. Carl, you can go first. Mr. Duke, you can go first. But I want to give you the stage. And then this part is where you earn your Oscar. Well, I'm giving you an Oscar and a grant. I'm giving you that anyway. Tonys and all that stuff, I'm giving you that on this stage, no matter what. Lifetime Achievement Award is coming from me because I'm a student to this game, and I love my brothers who is in front of me leading the way you guys lead. So when I say the stage is yours, Carl, you can say what you want, talk about what you're doing, and the time is on you. Stage is yours. You can say what you want. What do you want to say right now to some of the young people, actors that's coming up?
Well, first I want to say you got to catch this boot camp. If you're in Atlanta, if you're coming to the festival, if you live here and you're an actor or any part of the industry, you need to be there. Go to PVIFFATL.com and register for this Bill Duke boot camp. And it's funny, Mr. Duke talked about paying it forward earlier. And in my way, I feel that because I'm involved with kind of organizing the boot camp this year, paying it forward by allowing people in 2025 to experience what I did in 1997 and how it changed me. So it's really an honor to do that. And I have become something entirely different than I was, 25 years ago, because I'm, kind of a statesman now. I produce, I consult, I still act. And it's a privilege to still be in this industry. And it's because of Mr. Duke, because I'm not just an actor. If I was just an actor, I'd probably been out 15 years ago. So, you can find me on Instagram, Carl Gilliard. My series is Black Famous series. Mr. Duke is actually in my series. I created that without the influence of Mr. Duke. He's this side. That would not have happened. I don't know what else I can say. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. Come on out and check us out for this boot camp. You will be changed. Terry Vaughn, Eric Hamilton, my frat brother. Terry Vaughn's an old friend of mine. I played Terry Vaughn's husband in the Christmas movie. Isn't that crazy?
What's man? This is I know Arconic. They up next. I know they sitting there saying, "Come,
No, I'm just saying, Terry and her husband, Kayron, and are very dear friends of ours. And I've known Terry since we lived in LA together. And so we never worked together. And we just worked together a year ago on a BET Christmas movie. And it was just,
wow.
That's so much fun. But I mean, that's what happens when you're in this business. All these things happen. You get with all these great people. And so she wanted to come and be a part of this. And she has a show on Netflix now called Madam Governor.
I forgot. I think it is Madam.
It's Madam Governor or Miss Governor.
Yeah, I just saw it the other day.
Yeah. That's her show. She created that. She went from an actor to a director. She directs a lot of television. She directed Reasonable Doubt. She's directed so many different shows. She's an actor.
Mr. Duke is passing that anointing off to people, man. I can sense it right now.
But I'm telling you, she is even though she's never met Mr. Duke, she is a prototype of what Mr. Duke teaches.
So we had to have her. Right, just for the standards, man. I can tell. Mr. Duke, you're going to close. You don't have to say much, but thank you for coming out. God bless. You can do a Russell Simmons right now because the mic dropped. Carl already segued in, but this is the time where I want to really give you the homage, give you the flowers, give you the Oscars and the Grammys. You can do what you want, man. I love you to life, sir. I've been watching you since you scared the daylight out of the man in Menace Society. I was sitting there saying, Lord, please, I don't want to never get in trouble to meet nobody like this guy, like that guy. Like, I like that car, like that. Ladies and gentlemen, the stage is Mr. Duke. Say what you want to say. Give somebody some good advice, Mr. Duke.
I want to thank you for having us both.
All right, see, the internet's trying to play with us, man. Come back out. Hold on. Hey, Carl, you go ahead, Mr. Duke. Did you say something?
Oh man.
See, this is what I mean where the internet demons try to block this. Just try to block it out. Right? So if my brother don't get it going, Carl, you said what you had to say. Yeah, we can go ahead now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're crackling a little bit there, Mr.
Sounding like that AI robot, Mr. D, that you were talking about.
A lot of static, but I'll do the best I can. First of all,
yeah, I ain't gonna.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let my big brother talk over that crap. This StreamYard. Yeah, I said it, StreamYard. I'm canceling now. If you're listening, I'm canceling tomorrow. You can't mess up Mr. Duke. Stuff like that. But ladies and gentlemen, listen, let me just say this, man, before I let my brothers go. And let me give myself some highlight here for my next guest. There's acres and diamonds in your own backyard, right? Sometimes we give up on life. Mr. Duke, he didn't. Sometimes we can give up on our dreams, but there's acres and diamonds in your own backyard. There's a story in the Bible, 2 Kings chapter 4, where the lady had a flask of oil. Her husband died. The debt collectors was calling her, ringing her phone, knocking on her door for the debt. She went up to the prophet Elisha to say, Elisha, my husband is dead. Can you help me out? He said, what do you have? She said, this flask of oil. She went and she gathered some vases from this neighbor to that neighbor. Collecting these vases, she started to pour because Elisha told her to go in your house and shut the door. There's value in your house. You look around, you don't understand there's value inside of your own house. Mr. Duke got rejected. There was value in his house. He never gave up. He's sharing his gift and his calling that he was given without repentance because there's value in his house. Carl did the same. He piggybacked, was a sponge to Mr. Duke, learned all the things and added his own taste to it because there was gifts and calling and worth in his house. There's acres and diamonds in your own backyard, family members. You just got to know, have patience, and have enough patience to believe it's going to come. These brothers found value in their house, and I love them. Just meeting them made me embrace the fact that if I can, whatever my mind can conceive and believe, it will achieve. And I just want to say, I thank my brothers for sharing with me the gift that God has given them. It is a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Carl, to meet you, Mr. Duke. And I say, I'm honored. Until next time, I love you to life, and there's nothing you can do about it but love me back. And in the process of loving me back, take a selfie and say to yourself, my life matters to the Lord. God bless. Hey, stay with me.